We live in a culture that constantly asks one question: why aren't you showing up? But it rarely asks the more important one, which is at what cost? Visibility has become the currency of our time in these days. To be seen, be consistent, be everywhere. Hence, everybody just wants to be viral all the time. And somewhere along the way, being visible became synonymous with being valuable. But visibility without intention can quietly drain you. Believe you me, I know what that looks like. Many of us don't feel pressured to be visible because we want to be. We really more so feel pressured because we're afraid not to be. Does that make sense? Let me break it down. We're afraid of being forgotten. We're afraid of losing momentum. We're afraid of becoming irrelevant. So we post, we share, even reshare, and we show up even when our bodies are asking for space. And we call it commitment. You know, that's what we label it. But commitment without boundaries just becomes an obligation. I want you to consider something for a moment. And here's something worth naming: that visibility is not the same as impact. You can be visible and disconnected. You can be visible and ineffective. You can even be visible and deeply exhausted. Our impact, your impact, doesn't come from frequency alone. It comes from presence, from intention, from discernment. And sometimes the most impactful thing you can do is choose not to show up, so that when you do, it matters. And it seems crazy because we're conditioned to always going and doing. But just think about it. Quiet seasons are often misinterpreted as disinterested, as inconsistency, as falling off. But quiet doesn't mean disconnected. Sometimes it means you're integrating. Sometimes it means you're refining. Sometimes it means you're protecting your energy. Look, and that's important, for real. We can get overstimulated real fast. And protection is not avoidance. You got to remember that. Anything worth value is worth protecting. And when people expect constant access to you, they rarely consider what it costs. We even don't consider what it costs. But you know what it costs? Your energy, your creativity, your nervous system. You are not meant to be available all the time. Accessibility without boundaries leads to depletion. And depletion makes even meaningful work feel heavy. So, what does intentional visibility look like, you might ask? One thing for sure, intentional visibility is different. It asks, why am I showing up? Who am I serving? What do I need in order to show up well? Those are the main three questions. Intentional visibility honors timing. It respects capacity. It allows for rhythm instead of pressure. It chooses depth over noise. I guess the truth is, you don't owe the world constant access to you, even though social media tells us different. You owe yourself honesty. You owe yourself sustainability. You owe yourself care. And when you show up from that lens, in that place, your presence feels different. It's calmer, clearer, more grounded. So, because this season is different, I want you to consider this boundary. Instead of asking, how often should I be visible? Try asking, what kind of presence do I want to have when I do show up? And that question shifts everything. It allows you to show up without self-abandonment. It allows you to step back without guilt. And just a reminder, this season, we're not performing presence. We're choosing intentionality. We're choosing depth. We're choosing to show up when it's aligned, not when it's demanded. So, if you've been feeling pressured to be everywhere all at once, let this be your permission slip again to be discerning. You don't need to be visible all the time to be impactful. You really just need to be intentional. And let's focus on that this season. I hope you're with me. Thank you all once again for being here. And remember, move at a pace that honors you in your fullness and at your best. See you on the next one.